Hi, my name's Helen Adkins. I'm County Councillor for Leamington, Wales, and I'm here today with Ben Twomey, who's a Police Crime Commission candidate for the Labour Party, and we're here in Leamington, Clapham Terrace area, and we're just talking about the issue we have about drug dealing happening in the alleyways.
Okay.
So Ben, this is one of the very narrow alleyways we've got around here, and residents have got concerns that there's lots of drug paraphernalia being left here, and obviously drug dealing happening in the area. What's your view on what you would do?
Yeah, well, I can see that it's like this would just be a gold mine for people who are looking for somewhere to hide away to be dealing their drugs or to be exploiting people. Unfortunately, Leamington's seen its more than its fair share of county lines drug activity. So there's been a number of stabbings, I know, recently of teenagers related to this. So what we need to do really is make sure that there's support programmes, get youth workers back out there on the streets, on the front line, to support young people away from drug dealing. But we also need to make sure that our treatment services that have been cut so badly over the last 10 years begin to rebuild, so that we can actually offer the hand of support for those that are really suffering from addiction and those that are fueling the demand for these drugs in areas like this.
And one of the things the residents want is gates at either end of these alleyways. We've got one up there that we've seen. Do you think that would help ease the problem?
Absolutely. Some of the most simple measures that you can take are just ones that deter people, put people off from using areas like this for criminal activity. So getting gates, it sounds like a cheap solution, it sounds easy. Then if the community wants it, then that's exactly what we need to be doing.
So this is something that you'd support us with?
Absolutely, 100%.
Great, thank you. So one of the things that we've done is obviously lobby Warwick District Council for gates, for money for gates, but there is no money, unfortunately. The other thing we want to do is set up a petition to put more pressure and maybe even crowdfund. What do you think of those?
I think that's a great idea. If it's a small amount of money that we need to raise and it will make a huge difference, then crowdfunding, getting the petition, making sure that the local politicians are answering to what the community needs here is going to be really important.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, so I can see some of the residents here have invested themselves in CCTV cameras, to protect their properties and their area, but obviously that's a bit of a mixed bag. So if government funding was available, which is something that I'd lobby for, then perhaps we can make sure that the whole area, whoever needs it, whether they've got the money to buy the cameras or not, they can actually protect their properties and keep the drug dealing out of their area as well.
And the other issue we've got with this area is some break into cars as well.
Yeah, car crime seems to be a huge issue across the whole of Warwickshire, in fact, but I am hearing particular issues in South Leamington, and that's something where the CCTV, again, gates stopping people from getting into areas where parked vehicles are kept, they will make a huge difference, and it's something, again, I'll be making the case for more funding for the area too.
I really appreciate you coming out today and having a look at some of the issues we've got in South now.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yeah.